Welcome back to Wildlife Facts. Untamed, unbelievable, uncovered. Some animals don't outrun danger, they simply disappear. Today, we're counting down the 10 most incredible camouflage artists on Earth, how they vanish, how it works, and why it keeps them alive. 10. Common potu, the broken branch. Perched on a weathered stump at dusk, the common potu looks like the stump itself. This nocturnal bird aligns its lanky body with dead branches, points its bill upward, and freezes. Feathers mimic bark, cracks, lichens, even the faded gray of sun-bleached wood. The potu's eyelids have tiny slits, so it can watch without giving itself away. For predators scanning the tree line, the potu isn't a bird at all, just a splinter of forest. When a moth flutters near, the statue comes to life for a split second, then vanishes back into wood. 9. Leaf insect, the wind-tossed leaf. On a green bough, the leaf insect doesn't just look like a leaf, it behaves like one. Its body shows leaf veins, ragged bite marks, and subtle yellowing toward the edges. When a breeze moves the branch, the insect sways in perfect rhythm, selling the illusion. Many predators rely on motion to detect preek. The leaf insect turns motion into misdirection. Even up close, the mind says leaf, not life. For an herbivore in plain sight, that's the difference between being eaten and being ignored. 8. Ptarmigan, seasonal disappearing act. High in Arctic and alpine habitats, the ptarmigan transforms with the seasons. In summer, mottled brown and gray feathers mirror tundra stone and scrub. As winter tightens its grip, the bird molts into brilliant white, blending with snowdrifts. This isn't random color change, it's synced to day length, so camouflage arrives before the snow does. The ptarmigan's feathery feet leave softer tracks and add insulation, letting it tuck into snowbanks while predators pass within meters, none the wiser. 7. Flounder, flatfish, living sand. Beneath the waves, a flounder settles on the seabed and becomes the seabed. Specialized skin cells shift pigments to reproduce the sand's grainy mosaic, shells, even faint shadows. The fish's top-set eyes scan the terrain and feed that information to the skin, updating the pattern in seconds. To a crab strolling by, the flounder is just another patch of seafloor, until it explodes from the sand in a burst of precision. Camouflage here isn't only protection, it's a triggered trap. 6. Stonefish, the reef's loaded rock.
And quick as a flash, the stonefish gets a snack.
Ugly, immobile, and almost impossible to spot, the stonefish looks like a warted rock draped in algae. It barely moves, silt dusts its back. Time seems to forget it. But inside that statue is a lightning-fast predator. A vacuum strike snaps a fish off the reef in milliseconds, victim gone before the eye processes the shape. The stonefish's disguise doubles as defense. Dorsal spines carry potent venom. Mistake this fish for a stone, and the reef reminds you that beauty is optional. Survival isn't. Before we move on, if you're still watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. It will help us a great deal to grow the channel. And now, let's move on. 5. Leaf-tailed gecko, erasing the outline. By day, a leaf-tailed gecko is nothing more than a tattered scrap of bark hanging off a trunk. The trick isn't color alone, it's edge control. Skin flanges, tiny ragged skirts along the body, break up the gecko's outline, preventing shadows that would reveal a crisp edge. The tail looks torn like a dead leaf. Micro patterns mimic lichen and moss. Even from arm's length, Your eyes slide past it. At night, when the forest cools, the gecko abandons invisibility for stealth, slipping out to feed and ghosting back by dawn. 4. Orchid mantis, bloom with a bite. Draped in whites and pinks, the orchid mantis perches among flowers and performs a quiet crime, aggressive mimicry. It doesn't just vanish, it pretends to be the prize. Pollinators approach with confidence. Color and shape say nectar. The mantis holds perfectly still, forelegs folded like petals. Then, those petals become scythes. Scientists have shown the mantis's colors reflect light much like surrounding blooms, turning floral signals into hunting signals. Camouflage evolves from hide me to invite them. 3. Pygmy seahorse. Pixel perfect. Barely larger than a fingernail, the pygmy seahorse anchors its tail to a sea fan and vanishes into a forest of polyps. It doesn't only match color, its body grows bumpy nodules that mirror the coral's texture. Individuals on purple fans skew purple. On pink fans, pink. Even the nubs align with the coral grid, camouflage down to the pixel. Divers can stare straight at one and never see it. For a creature that moves slowly in a world of swift mouths, invisibility is speed. 2. Cuttlefish. Pattern at the speed of thought. Within the skin of a cuttlefish, millions of pigment sacs, chromatophores, twitch open and closed like living pixels. Beneath them, reflective cells add iridescent sheen. Deeper still, light-absorbing cells shape contrast. The result? Camouflage that changes in milliseconds. A cuttlefish can throw a sand pattern, a rock pattern, then pulse a warning stripe in the space of a heartbeat. This is camouflage guided by a sophisticated nervous system, scanning edges, texture, and light. When danger looms, the animal edits itself into the background, fast enough to beat the camera shutter. 1. Mimic octopus. The shape-shifting master. At number 1, the mimic octopus doesn't just blend, it becomes something else entirely. When threatened by eel-like predators, it stretches and stripes itself into a sea snake, long, banded, and convincingly dangerous. On sandy bottoms, it flattens into a flounder, skating low and wide, fins faked by undulating arms. Near venomous neighbors, it arches its limbs to imitate a lionfish, towing an aura of spines. Underneath each performance is classic octopus camouflage, rapid color, and texture change with skin papillae. But the genius is behavioral. By choosing which animal to imitate, the mimic octopus picks the story its predator sees and lives another day. Sometimes, the smartest move in nature isn't to fight or flee. It's to vanish, or to become something your enemy fears. Which camouflage stunned you the most? Let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more wildlife facts. Untamed, unbelievable, uncovered.